Hello, Online Plus faculty. Thank you for volunteering to do the Online Plus intermediate training. I have a couple things that I wanted to walk you through in terms of the presentation for this week. You're looking right now at the lobby layout. Notice that there are several layouts here on the right hand side. Little welcome note for faculty. This link, they can copy it, meaning highlight, right click, copy, and paste into a URL browser so that they can review the intermediate Online Plus training before we get started. This video is the Course Smart e-reader video that's been linked with a lot of different Development Week activities, and so it's only about 2 minutes long. It is definitely something that I would play right before the start of your session for folks to be able to take a peek at so that they can start to think about digital content and how they might add digital content to their live classes. I have this presenter notes area up because during this session you're going to allow your participants to select the direction that this workshop takes, and so I wanted to provide some additional information over here. Remember, these are the presenter notes. Notice that this is here. You can move this different size if you want to. No one else can see this but you as the presenter. So then we move into the presentation. Make sure that you record it. We've got a couple different pieces here, and I have some notes in the sidebar to help you get through this. All right. Notes feature, a little bit of scripting here, making sure that they're in the right place, understanding that this is for folks who have some experience with Connect and teaching virtually, want to learn more about how to use some of the different features in Connect to step up the engagement in their live class sessions. This is not an ins and outs and beginner thing with Connect. We have more workshops that you can direct them to at the end of the session for those types of things. This is focused more on how to really liven up, take their Online Plus live sessions to the next level. Goals of the workshop are here. Read through these, and then you're going to provide an overview just of Online Plus so that everybody gets on the same page. Even if they've been delivering live classes for a while, Online Plus is still new to everyone. So you want to make sure that you go over that, getting them to understand that the basic difference from last quarter to this quarter is that now every individual faculty member is now facilitating live classrooms for their own students. We do have some group sessions still in the developmental ed classes, but for the most part every faculty member is delivering to their own students. Okay, these asterisks here list those previous live lecture courses. All of these courses should have some information for faculty within the lesson folders of that class. So how do we prepare our students, letting them know that office hours have now been replaced with these live classes so they have make best use of their time. Looking at some other ways to utilize those. Don't get into the specifics of when should I offer this session, what should I do. Have them talk with their dean or manager about that. Your goal is to stay focused on the actual course session, but I have provided a slide in here so that they know that there are resources in the faculty guide for them and standard language in the lesson folders for Online Plus courses. The next step is going to be taking a little online tour of the guide. We want to make sure that they know where it is, how to find things. So you can do a screen share. So you can bop over here to the screen share layout so that you don't have to get rid of the presentation, share your screen, and then go through the Online Plus intermediate training. Once you're finished with that, stop sharing your screen, go back to the presentation layout. It'll stay right on the slide that we were in the first before we went over there. But your goals with that screen share are to basically just touch on this initial page, different levels of training that exist within here, and to focus on that intermediate level. The next step is this activity section where you want to be able to provide them about 5 or 7 minutes to create a welcoming online course announcement or course poll, something, outline a tailored video they'd like to do, but really give them some time to sit and think about how they can communicate with their students. To do this, and you can set a little timer for 5 to 7 minutes, and then have this activity session up. And once the activity is finished, you can click the right arrow and this announcement will pop up. This is a little embedded video clip within the welcome announcement walking through it. There's information down here about the live class, and then also information on the calendar about how to find those live classes. All right. Another piece that I think would be really important is if they're at an intermediate level, let's start to practice using webcams. And so how they do this is by clicking on Start Webcams. You have to make sure you go up to the top of the screen and click Enable Webcams for Participants, making sure that box is checked. and then go over to the webcams layout, and it makes the video pod a lot larger. Click on Start My Webcam, start your webcam so that everybody can see you. Ideally, you've already got this going on, but making sure that everybody, give them a couple minutes to get things started. Don't try to serve technical problems at this point. This is more just for practice session. Go back to your presentation layout and walk through. At this point, in terms of intermediate level, they understand what a pod is, but they may not be using or making best use of pod options. So remember that little area in the corner where you can click on the top right hand corner, and it gives you all the different options for pod options available for that pod. Looking at how it differs from attendees, and then to chat and all those different options that they have. They won't have those options as participants in the session, but they can have up their own room to take a peek at that while you're walking through. If you want to, if time permits, you can kind of walk through. These are a couple of ones to write down so that they go through later. Chat, notes, share, and attendees. Those are 4 pods to just look at the differences in the pod options menu. All right. And now this gets to the interactive part where they can decide the direction of this class. And so really want to take a hard look at the lesson plans within those faculty guides, seeing some different things they can do within the sessions, but also to just sort of step this up a notch. We're not just delivering PowerPoints, we're really trying to get folks engaged. So head over to the polls section, and I have a poll set up here as a multiple answer poll. So click reopen, and now they can click on multiple boxes. You want to have them select 2 that they want to learn more about today, and that will be the direction of your session. All right, so whichever one of these that they pick, you can broadcast the results at any point, but if most people select video and polls, that will be the direction of your session. After you're finished with that and you've decided which direction you're going to go back to your presentation layout, and you'll see now that this is where this presenter notes piece takes effect. This is where you want to pay attention to that. So if they are wanting to go through polls and videos, you're going to want to go directly to slide 13 for polls, and it pulls that up, and you can walk through how to use polls, different suggestions, get some conversation going about how you might use polls, and then when that discussion is finished, go to slide 16. And for videos, I thought it would be really cool to show them how to use TED Ed, because this is a place where they can find short video clips that either they can put in their classrooms, or they can download these because they're all YouTube clips, and put them within Adobe Connect session. All right, and so there are some notes here to talk you through this. So you go to the outline view to find the slide number, and then the notes to be able to find how to talk through this. But you can click on this picture and it will open up TED Ed, and that opened up on a different screen for me, so let me open that for you. And it walks through these pieces. But I did download this How Many Ways Can You Arrange a Deck of Cards video. So let's take a peek at that. You can go to the video pod, still have the chat feature up, takes away webcams, and play this video. It's about 3 minutes and 41 seconds. It really walks through an interesting way to teach factorials to math students using decks of cards, and it's very visual. It's just a really engaging way for faculty to see there are cool things they can do with videos to help with their lessons. And then we'll come back here, get any feedback that they might have, little conversation about things that they might have used before. All right. And then how do they find videos? Well, how do they get videos to their computer, download them to their computer? We're going to teach them how to use keepvid.com. What they need to make sure that they do, though, is have administrator rights on their computer to be able to download files. But keepvid, it's just keepvid.com, and then they will take and add, it's usually a YouTube or a Vimeo clip. You just put the URL right in this box, click on download. Notice that I'm just hitting the right arrow and the animations are happening. Hit the right arrow again, and it brings up, here's our link to the video, and then these are the different options that come up. I tell folks they sort of have to do some trial and error with this, but FLV files and then the MP4 files will work. It all depends on the different size and clarity of the video that they want to download. So it's just some trial and error, but FLV files work really well, and then the MP4 files. All right. And all of these links and things are at the end of the presentation forum. Okay, then we come to what do we do now at the end of the class? Recordings and evaluating themselves. Are they to a stage now where they can watch their own recording and look at the different types of tools and methods that they've used, organization and presentation skills, and then their communication with their students? Again, scripting here. Showing them that they can click on the meeting tab at the top of the screen, go to manage information, takes them right to this area in Connect Central to be able to find it. And then creating those messages so that the students have that URL, maybe some additional information. And then think about adding the recordings to a communication links widget or nugget in Angel. And then you have come to the end. So have we accomplished the goals of these workshops? What do they need to do now? Click on this self-evaluation form, which again opens up the Online Plus intermediate training. Going through this, they can print off this checklist for these pieces. They have a video to continue to reference and scroll to the bottom then and complete the Online Plus for intermediate, and they can then log that in Salesforce. All right, now they might be wondering, we've heard a little bit about a lot of different things today. These are some other workshops for them to attend throughout the week. Okay. Those are some places you want to take them. If you do go through the extensions piece, if that's something that they want to learn more about, I did include a layout over here with the location map in Rochambeau to practice. And at the end of your session, I do have all of the different files that we've shared today, as well as the web links that we went through. Hopefully this overview gives you guys a little bit more about this training. I think that it's going to be a really exciting training to deliver. I think too, you need to remember that this focuses more on the actual live classroom. What are we doing in the live classroom before, during, and after to get them excited and to take their skills and abilities within the live classroom to the next level. Don't focus on logistics of Online Plus. Don't let the conversation go to, well, is this getting paid more? All of those sorts of things. Really focused on their own individual development. Down here at the bottom, they can click on this screen and it will bring up then the calendar for them to sign up for the different sessions throughout the week. Another piece that you might want to also include, as I went through in the lobby area, that adding walkthroughs of digital content for folks to be able to get their students through the digital content pages. That's what these live classes can also be designed to help through. So different things that you can think of to bring in here, but really trying to follow these notes through here so that you stay focused on the actual goals and outcomes of this session. Alrighty, and then we'll also put a survey in here at the bottom so that you can send them to a survey to give some immediate evaluation of this actual session. Thanks so much.